Welcome to the wonderful world of PayPal, Ava Unit 4A. Took me a long time to build up the courage necessary to sign up with PayPal. And I was kind of terrified that, if I submitted like a debit bank card, like they wouldn't accept it or something, and there'd be a lot of maintenance fees and things like that. But once I was assured that doesn't happen, I took the plunge. So, yay. By the way, I kind of love the fact that this says Unit 3 on here. Like, it's the address from Hong Kong, by the way. Like, my first PayPal purchase is from Hong Kong. It makes no sense whatsoever, but I did it. Anyways, you probably remember in my previous unboxing, I got this thing. Which, actually, I store it this way. Because it occurred to me, after I made the video, that this thing is made of PVC and it's going to droop over time. So if you're going to store it like this so it stays straight. Why didn't I think of that? Can you guys see that? I don't shoot this way very often. And the same thing with this. Eventually it's going to droop down, put a strain on it, put it like that. I've learned a couple of things since I unboxed this thing, and to be honest, I haven't really explored it very closely since I got it, because, well, I kind of need this in order to make this work. So, with that said, and by the way, in case you're wondering what the hell happened to my voice, I've been fighting a cold for the last few days, so you're going to have to forgive me. Oh, Prime 92, what have you started? This is actually about 2 weeks earlier than I thought it was going to be. They said it was like, oh, it's going to take 3 weeks to get to you. It only took 1 week. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Can you even see my hands? Yeah, okay. I'm still trying to figure out how close I can get the camera, because, like, there's there and there. If I don't cross that line, you won't be able to see me. I try desperately not to show my face. Please don't cut for the comforter. What's this? Your customer, thank you very much for purchasing. Please do not rate us less than 3 stars or open cases in eBay. Okay, that from TV Mania Japan. Okay, and a name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. So, that's for me and not for you. And for the record, I did order this off of eBay. So, I actually had a back and forth thing with whoever their customer assistance is. And I said, like, PayPal, my first time using PayPal, hidden charges, shipping fees, things like that. No, you're good, you're good. And I was like, click it, bought it, done. I might fast forward through this part. Okay, no obvious seams. Boy, this package is in mint condition. How about that? Alright, like I'm going to preserve this. Oh, wow, double wrapped. Nice. It just occurred to me, I haven't been vaccinated from anything from Hong Kong. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but... do I now? What's this? Another one? It's the exact same thing. I like how they, totally recycled the paper. Like, this has absolutely nothing to do with what I ordered. They just decided to print it off the back. Lol. Bitch. Oh, shit. There goes Prowl. I want to say Energon Prowl. Transformers Energon was the one where the top half, the bottom halves go together? Yeah, he just lost his chest armor. That's not cool. Another well-sealed package. As long as the tape doesn't adhere to the box, I don't care. I never dreamed I would get the Japanese version of these like that. I never imagined that would happen. Because the Japanese versions are so expensive. Not just for this. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent on this. Prime knows how much I spent, but I'm not going to tell you guys. Let me just say, I paid a lot more for this now than I would have back in 1999 if I'd known about these. Wow, that is big! That's what she said. This thing is huge! I love it. That's also what she said. $2. Well, it's yeah, right. It's definitely the Japanese version. It's not a Korean remake or anything like that. What did I grab? You know, generally speaking, I don't care about the condition of the box. Like, I'm thrilled. I'm pleased as punch I got the box, but the box does not concern me too much. Actually, I could just collapse this down. Oh, ho, ho. Holy but goody, I guess. Yeah, keep in mind, I'm not going to be demonstrating any of this. Why did they give you this thing? Okay, here's the question. How do you get it out? Nope, doesn't fit. Does it slide on or... Oh, it slides through. Okay. Alright. It's a belt buckle. Kind of. It just slips through this thing. Now... Ooh. Yeah, even if I was small enough to wear this thing would give me, like, a rash or something. Does it fit? It doesn't even go halfway. It's not even 3 feet. Well, it's just about 3 feet. Let's see, can you guys see that? Yeah, it's just about 3 feet, so. But yeah, I'm never ever going to wear this thing. Oops. See, that goes to the inside, so. Yeah, what have I done? I already ruined it. Yeah. There we go. Check something. Darn! You know what I should do? This is... Okay, here's an example of something that's changed from Super Sentai of the past to Super Sentai of now. Is that ordinarily you could just loop this over the side of your pants. Yeah, you could loop this over the side of your pants and just call it good. But this one was specifically designed to loop around the belts. This is the good old days when they were still making belts. So, maybe I should cut that, or maybe I should preserve it. Okay. Now, why did I go to all the trouble? It fits! It fits! Bloody fits! Why can't they make blasters that size nowadays? Like the, what was it? The Go-Onger, what's that thing called? The Mantan gun. Like, I had to put, like, 2 fingers out of it. I had to hold it, like, you know, like this, or something like that. You know, that was great. This fits perfectly. Why can't they make them like this still? Jeez. Why did I go through the trouble of getting the Japanese version? Well, aside from the fact that I didn't want Power Rangers splayed up across both sides, decals a little off center, don't care, slightly worn, no big deal. But the reason I didn't want the US version, the reason I didn't want the US version, look at that, that looks great. It's 1:1 scale. It's not kid size, it's 1:1 scale. That's great. That's awesome. I want, just come. Like, this is kid size, this is real size. Now, obviously, you couldn't make like a 5-foot version of this. Okay, whatever. But that's a bit wimp, isn't it? Anyways, I got a 5-liter. I got this because it has a hell of a lot more sound effects in it. The US version and the Disney reissue when, I think it was for Operation Overdrive, don't quote me on that, I think they reissued this in Operation Overdrive. The reason I didn't get those 2 versions is A, I didn't want to give my money to Disney, and B, both versions of the US version have a blaster sound, and then, okay, not quite sure what that's for yet. It had a blaster sound, and then when you put it in the other way, how does this work? I'll work on it later. And then when you put it in the other way, it has one sword sound. So this thing, like, believe it or not, all the sound effects are in this. This is a blaster that has... No, I'm sorry. This has all the sounds come out of here. Here's the battery pack. And then there's an LED sitting in the top here. So that's all well and good. US version also had the LED, but the difference is that this only had 2 sound effects in it. It didn't matter if you plugged it into the Rescue Bird or the V-Lancer, or I think those were the only things that this worked on. But it didn't matter what you plugged this thing into. It only ever made 2 sounds. So that was kind of I mean, I wouldn't have minded the fact that it said Power Rangers on the side. Like, I really don't care. I think it came with most of these. I can't remember exactly. And by the way, the US version of the V-Lancer also came with a rescue grip, or grip handle, whatever this thing's called. So this was actually complete in the US. As opposed to the Japanese version, you buy this separately. Oops. Okay then, now for the instructions. I hope it works. Oh, no sound effects. Darn. Well, I don't think you're going to need sound effects for this one, although I will need it to demonstrate everything. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, that was more than 1 minute, but okay, here we go. On switch. It works. Don't worry. Just doesn't make any noise when it's assembled. Come on. Pull the trigger. That's cool. You know how long it's been I've been complaining about Super Sentai toys, blasters, whatever, where they don't have the light that comes out of the barrel? Even with Gokaiger, the sound came out of the barrel with the Gokai gun. Like, that was cool. But this is an actual light. And I can see there's a little ribbed pattern. Oh, the tip is PVC. There's a ribbed pattern along the inside that the light actually bounces off of. You know, think of this as the, I can't remember what it's called in O-Ranger, but the Zeonizer from Power Rangers Zeo. The LED was built into one wrist strap, but it would actually shine through the crystal, which was on the other brace. Maybe it was the Morphin brace. I can't remember what it's called. No, that was Go Buster. Anyways, the light would actually bounce off of a prism inside of the little mini Zeo subcrystal. It would bounce out, and then it would shine forward. Exact same principle works here, and this showed up about, was it 4 years later? 4 or 5 years later? Something like that? Yeah, because it was GoGo-Five, Gingaman, Mega Ranger, Car Ranger, and then O-Ranger. Yeah, so it was 5 years. Okay, I'm going to tilt this camera up slightly just because my back is killing me right now. And I don't want to have to hold it way down here. Sorry about that. So anyways, this works on the exact same principle. Here's the LED. Clearly doesn't like it when there's nothing in there. By the way, how awesome is that it knows the difference? You hold it down, it does nothing. But you can see the light shining through there. It hits a prism on the inside, which is right there. There's your little plastic reflector on the inside there. You can actually see it reflecting. Let's see, can I do it? Nope. But it does, trust me. That's cool. It's a smart toy. It knows which mode it's in. That's great. Okay. So it looks like I do it this way. Like that. Up. Come on. I'm pulling on the tab. Why won't you come out? Oh. all those kinds of tabs. Where is it? Oh, okay, the tab is for bringing this back to... Oh, okay, I see. Okay, that's not a spring. Huh, I was expecting a spring. No worries. Nowadays it might have been a spring. Okay, so how do I get this out? I'm trying to get the... There we go. Okay, so it's a little tight. Oh, that's a very solid snap, that's why. Okay, future reference, don't push it all the way in. Okay, there it is. I don't know what this is called, but it's smaller, obviously, but not bad. Let's see. A different sound effect. You can see by itself, right? Got to figure out the routines of this thing. By itself, it makes that sound. When it's a blaster, and by the way, yeah, this thing, it makes a different sound. And then, when it's like this, that's 3 different sounds just with this by itself. 3 different sounds. I can't tell you how awesome that is. That's great. You hold it down and nothing. By the way, you pull on the trigger and it's still shining through here. That's great. That's great. It's a little weak. I can't say if that's the age of the toy or if that's merely as powerful as it was back in '99. Kind of a weak sound. Like it's like a puh. It's like a as opposed to a chink, chink, chink. Okay, I can live with that. That's cool. It's weird. The end here is made of PVC. It looks like the damn thing's about to pop off. Why am I not surprised? That's PVC, and the rest of it's ABS. That's cool. Oh, great switch. I'm gonna destroy my fingernails on that. I'm gonna destroy my voice doing this video. Oh, I see. Okay, so this does not close when this is down. It only locks when it's in the up position. Okay. That's cool. I like that. Now, the real reason I got this thing, I believe it's this way. Yes, it is. And we made this thing, which I've completely forgotten the name of already. Whoa! You hold it down, it makes that sound. Cool. Now, there's something that I noticed after I made my unboxing for the V-Lancer. Oops. There's one thing... Oh, that's convenient. There's one thing I noticed. I couldn't figure out what these were for. It actually took me about a day or so to figure out what it is. But this is actually a knob that turns, and the length of these... Let's see, where's the camera? There's the camera. The length of these changes. They actually alternate. Sometimes they're even with each other, sometimes they're like this, and other times they're like this. There's 3 different positions, which means that this thing is going to make this thing produce 3 additional sounds in addition to whatever this thing does by itself. Holy crap. Like, why didn't I get this thing? Oop, wrong way. This way. There we go. The other thing I couldn't figure out about the V-Lancer is why it had this window here, but A, this didn't have any electronics of its own. I didn't know that this had electronics, by the way. I was ignorant until 2013. What's wrong with you, Ava? This holds the electronics. This, I thought was just, you pull the trigger and it makes a noise. I didn't know there was an LED in the top, okay? Until I started researching this, I didn't know what this window was for. And here's the weird thing. The window, this half of the staff or the lance actually slides up and covers this hole. So I thought that, well, maybe there's a battery somewhere in here, and the light comes out of here, maybe it shines in through here somewhere. It doesn't do that. Because this section of the lance, this is hollow, obviously, but then when I push in, the shaft here actually covers up the hole, so this becomes very shallow. You could see through it. It doesn't go anywhere else, but I mean, you just see through it, and then it gets covered up, so there's no reflective surface on the inside. Why would they do that? Why is this transparent thing here? I don't get it. Well, it's because when you put this on, the LED lines up with the little window. Lol. I didn't know it could do that. That's funny. I just figured that out. The LED doesn't actually go anywhere, but it actually reflects off the thing on the inside. Not bad. Clearly they thought that the light would not be, they would have to put a window somewhere in the bottom of this thing, in the bottom of this extendable shaft, in order for the light to shine through. And to be honest, that's a long distance for the light to shine through. They wouldn't have been able to do it. Now, as I just pointed out, I have a cold. Oh wait, I wanted the light off, and I bumped the camera. Now, as I pointed out, there are 3 different sounds here. Here's the first one. Okay, here's the second position. Sounds the same as when it's like that. And then the next position sounds like a bird. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! I sound like Conan O'Brien. Not right now, I don't. Worth it. Worth it. Probably not going to do much with the rest of these pieces because they won't ever fit me, ever. They were designed for a different era of children, I guess. This is 2013. These came out in 1999. Oh, wow. Worth it. Now, in my V-Lancer unboxing, somebody contacted me and said, "Oh yeah, Ava, I've got a rescue bird. You want it?" And I said, "Sure." He never got back to me. You know who you are. If you could get in contact with me again, that'd be great, because I got this, so not only would I get 3 different sound effects out of this, which is awesome, by the way, but I got 3 sound effects out of this, which is awesome. Some of them repeat in this mode, but through from here, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I can't display sarcasm with my voice right now, but believe me, it's fine the way it is. This is fun. I wish this would come out right now. What was it? Something Sentai Tokyuja was just announced last week as the 2014 Super Sentai series. We're going to be getting bloody commuter trains, which, by the way, coincidentally, reminded me of the Grand Liner, aka Super Train Megazord. So, you know, my timing on getting this is great, and that as well. Anyways, that guy who wrote me about the rescue bird, as far as I could tell, the rescue bird on both sides was in both Japan and U.S. was identical in every way, shape, or form. So I'm going to get myself a U.S. I almost said engine bird, soul bird. Right. I'm going to get myself a rescue bird as opposed to a live bird. That's what it's called in Japan. It's called the life bird. So if I can get my hands on that thing, I'll do another unboxing. Now that I've got, if I get the rescue bird, when I get the rescue bird, like I'm not thrilled with the rescue bird, but I'll get it. Sure, why not? I've got no problems there. But anyways, when I get the rescue bird, I will do an unboxing for that as well. Now, if I remember correctly, somebody already reviewed it on Collection DX, or somebody already reviewed it on that site where they have a really big collection, I've heard, a website that I can't really talk about. Anyways, I think somebody already reviewed the Rescue Bird, Ava. It's called the Rescue Bird. I just blanked. Somebody already reviewed the Rescue Bird, so I can't do that. I might be able to do the video. But right now, I don't have anywhere to shoot. I refuse to shoot picture or video on top of my bed. Like, I fucking refuse. All right, that's not happening. There we go. But if I could find somewhere suitable to shoot, darn tootin', I'll start reviewing again. That hasn't been my excuse for the last year and a half. The remodeling or the rearranging of the room. That hasn't been my excuse for the last year and a half. But I'm kind of getting the reviewer's itch again. I can't say when I'm going to have to scratch it, but I am getting the reviewer's itch again. So when I get that rescue bird, expect an unboxing of that, unquestionably. Probably not a review because somebody else already did it. I don't know if they did the whole, what's it called, Rescue Blaster. I don't think they did the Rescue Blaster yet. So I can review this. I certainly can review this. Well, now I can review this because I've got a 5 laser. So that's great. And I'm drawing a blank. How long has this been going? 28 minutes. I'm probably going to edit down a little bit. The unboxing is going to be edited. All right, shut up, Ava. You're done. You're recovering from a cold, and your throat's getting really sore. Okay, so I just noticed something. I just started reviewing the review, I guess. And I looked at the bottom of the box here. There's the buckle. There's the holster. There's the belt. There's the 5 laser. This was not included in the box. It's just a little badge thingy. Okay, so this wasn't as mint as I was expecting, and apparently the badge should have been right there, but it wasn't. So well, I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 out of 6 pieces. So I'm missing a piece. I didn't notice that. So the buckle actually was, so the belt buckle thing was actually supposed to sit inside the box somewhere as opposed to right there. That's where the badge was supposed to be. I didn't notice that even in the auction, and that's what I get for not researching closer. So I'm missing the badge thing. Am I going to miss the badge? No, because, well, where would I put it? Where would I hook it on? But anyways, let's see if I can do a screenshot of that. There you go. Right. Let's see. Greatest reflection ever. Camera shake. There. That's what the complete set looks like. So if you don't have the little badge, don't let it irritate you too much. It's really not going to affect how things work because, well, they would have displayed it attached to something if it actually meant something. And so I think I'm done with this. This is AV Unit 4A saying, I'm Batman.